All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So I wanted to make kind of a preview video for the 2018 New York Pro, which is coming up this weekend starting on May 19th. Now, the New York Pro, in my opinion, is one of the most exciting shows in bodybuilding. Of course, last year you had Sergio Oliva's son, Sergio Oliva Jr., winning the New York Pro. If you go back to 2013, Big Ramy made his pro debut at the 2013 New York Pro, winning both the 2013 and 2014 New York Pro titles. So this is definitely a show where up-and-coming bodybuilders can really make a statement, and the people that win this show, typically, it's kind of like a stepping stone for their bodybuilding career, and you see guys come out of the woodwork they may not have known of before. You see guys that aren't really as well-known or established in the industry, placing very highly at the New York Pro and really making a name for themselves. So they just released the official competitor list a couple days ago, and it is a stacked lineup of 26 IFBB Pro Men's Open competitors. In addition to that, there's going to be Classic Physique and also 212 division, but in this video, I want to specifically focus on the Open division because there are so many competitors. So I'm going to go through this list. You guys can see the names of all the competitors, but I'm going to touch on all the guys that I think are the most important names in this lineup and the guys that are most likely to make a statement at this show. So you've got Lionel Bayecki. I think this guy is going to be a big threat in this lineup, and a lot of people are probably sleeping on him. You've got Max Charles, Nathan D'Asha. You've got Regan Grimes, who, of course, had previously said he was going to be switching to Classic Physique, but with this show, he has announced that he's still doing the Open division. You've got Michael Kefalianos, who is about 50 years old. This guy has been competing for a very long time, and he's a very perennial guy in terms of a guy that comes in with consistent conditioning. You've also got Juan Morel. I think Juan Morel certainly has to be a favorite to be in the top 6 of this show. Also, being from New York, I think gives him a little bit of an advantage as well. You've also got Milan Sadik. I think he's a very good bodybuilder that has some potential to do some damage in this lineup. You've also got Brad Rowe, Akeem Williams. Now, this is a guy who I feel like if he could come in with better conditioning, Akeem Williams could be a guy that could be another threat to the top 6 of this show or another threat to win this show. In addition to that, there's one more guy I wanted to mention. I believe Justin Luis Rodriguez is also doing this show, although I don't see his name on this list. I'm pretty sure he's competing because he's been having a little bit of back and forth with guys like Nathan D'Asha on Instagram about who's going to do better at this show. I think he is another guy that's going to be a very big threat to this lineup. So I wanted to get straight into my picks for who I think are going to be the top 6 of this show. And honestly, my pick to win this show, my early pick is going to be Nathan D'Asha. So I think Nathan D'Asha has a tremendous shot at winning this show, and I think Juan Morel would probably be the closest threat to beating him. Juan Morel or Lionel Bayecki, that is. I think Lionel Bayecki, again, another guy with the conditioning. If he could bring the correct conditioning to this stage, this could be a guy that could win the show out of nowhere. And again, that's kind of what we're looking for from the New York Pro, is kind of a statement from a guy that hasn't really made a giant statement yet, like Big Ramy did back in 2013. So in the top 3, I would probably have Nathan D'Asha winning, and either Lionel Bayecki, Akeem Williams, or possibly Justin Luis Rodriguez coming in that second place spot. So I think the top 4 is going to consist of those guys: D'Asha, Morel, Williams, and of course Rodriguez. And within the top 6, I think that's where we're going to see some guys maybe break into the top 6 that previously hadn't broken to the top 6 at a major pro show. I think we could see a guy like Regan Grimes breaking in that top 6, although in all likelihood, based on the progress pictures that I saw, even though I think he looks very good, I don't know in a lineup like this how good he could really do against a guy like, a D'Asha or a Juan Morel. I think a guy like Milan Sadik, honestly, he's a really good bodybuilder. I think he could have a shot of cracking that top 6. But overall, I think this 2018 New York Pro is going to be a battle. I'm certainly looking forward to watching it. Of course, in the 212 division, you have the Classic Physique bodybuilder, Steve Lorius, crossing over into the 212. I believe the reason he gave for doing that was he had a friend competing in the Classic Physique, and he didn't want to mess with his friend's opportunity to qualify for the Olympia. So the 212, I'm assuming and I'm hoping, is just a temporary thing, or maybe even just a one-off thing that he's just doing at this New York Pro. But honestly, my expectations for his placings in the 212 are not very high. You guys can see the video that I did specifically on that if you guys want to hear more about it. But yeah, guys, that is the official lineup, all 26 competitors of the 2018 New York Pro, which will be on May 19th. Let me know in the comment section below what your guys' predictions are, who you think is going to win. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.